Well, welcome to the April meeting of the OCA. So the hospitality suite is open once again, so grab your beer and enjoy the festivities for tonight. I'm going to turn it over to Lou to cover some club business for now.
Hi, I'm Lou Carbone, president of the OCA. Byron, our usually producer and host, couldn't make it tonight, so we have OCA charter member and former president Don Danko working the controls, and hopefully between the two of us we can fill in adequately for Brian. We're glad you can make tonight's meeting and approve it. We'll have 3 door prize drawings after the presentation, all donated by George Anagnostopoulos, owner of Agnaquatics. The first will be for a 16-ounce bottle of Ikex, and the second is a 350 gram bucket of Northfin krill flake. The third drawing will be a membership drawing in which the winner will get a 1 kilo bag of Northfin Cichlid formula 1 millimeter pellets if the winner is an OCA member. If the winner is not, he or she gets a free 1-year membership to the OCA and will have a chance to win it next month. We have a chance at these prizes. Now listen, please type your full real name into the comments, and that way we'll get you into the drawing, okay? Your full real name into the comments. I'll put you into the wheel. Before getting to the fun stuff, however, we have some club business to take care of. This is our monthly club meeting after all. I want to thank everyone who participated in the International Trophyist Conference. We had well over 200 viewers, which I think was even better than the virtual extravaganza. We thank our expert participants, Odd Konings, Leif de Mason, Pam Chin, Matthias Everhart, and Cooper Buchholz for their willingness to share their time and knowledge. As president, I was proud of the effort and skill put into the event by the 2 main organizers, Don Danko and JJ Cabin, and appreciate the contributions of Gary Mendez, who handled the Trophyist raffle, and Byron Von Gutten for handling the live stream production as he usually does. As Jim Smith Fund, I'm appreciative of everyone involved. As the Jim Smith Fund chair, I'm appreciative of everyone involved for raising around $2,500 for the fund. I mentioned the Jim Smith Fund, and because we probably have some new viewers out there, I should explain what that is. The Jim Smith Endowment Fund was started in 2003, partly to honor the memory of longtime OCA membership chair, Jim Smith. The purpose of the Jim Smith Fund is to support research, conservation, and education efforts involving cichlids and catfish. We invite people with well-thought-out projects to submit proposals each year, and the OCA board chooses the best 1 or 2 to fund. So far, we've given over $24,000 in grants. On the ohiocichlid.com website, you can find many more details about the fund, including descriptions of all the grants that have been given. Because of the support of many of you during the virtual extravaganza and International Trophyist Conference, we should be able to give the largest amount ever this year. I'm pretty excited about that. The other event we held during our busy month of March was the online auction. Our first effort at such a thing resulted in a pretty good turnout. About 50, 60 people actively participating in over 150 auction lots changing hands. The lot exchange was well organized by Jeff Natterer and turned out to be a lot of fun. I got to reconnect with people I haven't seen in months and some cases even years. What really made it so successful was the fact that everyone worked together to solve the inevitable problems that arise in such situations. People not showing up, people being late, all kinds of problems happen in that kind of thing, and everybody worked it out. Things went so well that we're thinking of maybe doing something like this again, even when we get past this COVID thing, maybe holding the exchange in conjunction with some other fun event. So we'll see. The wheels are turning. About the extravaganza. Again, those new to the OCA, we put on a 3-day convention-like event each year called the OCA Extravaganza. Always the weekend before Thanksgiving, always at the Strongsville Holiday Inn near Cleveland. And we've been doing it since 1995. Though last year's was online, of course. It includes top name speakers, one of the few remaining cichlid and catfish shows in the country, a huge vendor room, a big wild swap meet, and more. It's probably the most widely known and definitely the most economical event of its kind. We obviously can't guarantee anything yet, but we've begun planning for a full-on live event this year. We hope to be able to announce the speaker lineup and open registration within the next couple months, maybe sooner. Please get those vaccinations and follow distancing and masking recommendations so we can get this COVID thing under control and have a real extravaganza this year. Now I'd like to turn things over to Don Danko. So, Don, anything you'd like to add before introducing our vendor spotlight guests?
Well, probably, but my mind's going blank right now. You covered most of the important things, of course. So, those all events were fun, and glad that everybody participated. But one of the things that we have tonight is a vendor spotlight. So, Josh, if you would like to unmute and join the stream, that would be great. You're up.
All right, thanks everybody for having me. Appreciate it. How do I flip the camera around?
Well, you're an IT guy, so you ought to be able to figure it out. Right on your view screen, there should be a little arrow that shows. Rotating arrow, sort of. Looks like you may have it. We can see your finger.
All right. Sorry. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. For those who don't know me, my name's Josh Cunningham. I'm the owner of Cunningham Cichlids. We breed and bring in a lot of specialized rare cichlids. Right now, we just brought in 38 boxes today. So ignore some of the tanks. They are a little cloudy. We are still settling some new shipments, but some of the fish we carry here, you can see a very large assortment of some peacocks that we just got in. And again, the tank's yellow, you're probably seeing because we're tiered all our fish before they're ready for sale. Then we just got in some bigger Haplochromis. This is a big old nice Buccochromis rhodesia. And then we got some wild Buccochromis spectabilis in. Some fish we're still trying to put away. And then here we do have some juvenile fish. If you want to grow some predator haps out, we also have some 3-inch, 3.5-inch Christie eyes, Malawi hawks, and Champsochromis raleus here, Malawi trouts. Here's another shipment we got in earlier this week of some dolphin pairs, some red empress, some autopharynx blue long nose. If you want some different haps. We also carry food, so if you're looking for food, we do give OCA members 10% discount. So here's some of the food we carry. Everything can be found on my website at cunninghamcichlids.com, and then there's a link to go browse the food and purchase the food. And I believe the coupon codes are in the bulletin. So, and just some other stuff. Another group we got in, this is a wild caught group of Buccochromis rhodesias. I mean, these guys are nice just out of the bag. So yeah, we play with some larger fish. We got breeding some nice F1 Lynchochromis acuta subs or Malawi gars. So if you're looking for some harder to find fish, we try to get them in. If not, we'll help you find them. So with that, everything's on. I do have a YouTube channel as well, under Cunningham Cichlids. So if you haven't subscribed, come subscribe to my channel. You'll see stock updates, species spotlights, and just different videos we put out. Also YouTube, we have a YouTube page and Instagram and Twitter and all that. So with that, I appreciate you guys having me on. Don and Lou, thanks for the invite.
Well, Josh, thanks so much for giving us a very quick tour of your large operation, and thanks for your donations last month at the International Tropheus event. Much appreciated. So we very much appreciate your ongoing support. So thanks so much. We'll talk to you again. Your website is again?
www.cunninghamcichlids.com.
Awesome. 10% off for OCA members on food?
Yes, correct. Yep.
Perfect. Thanks so much for your support, Josh. Talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Yep. Bye-bye. Well, I'm going to turn it over to our president once again to get ready for the talk. And go ahead, Lou.
All right, we have to do some of our monthly business now. We had only 2 virtual BAP submissions for this month. Bob Musial turned in Corridoris Venezuelanus, and our Cichlid BAP chair himself, Mark Chalupka, turned in Petunia splendida. So that's good to see him. He does all this work for the BAP, so it's good to see his name coming through, putting in some fees, still breeding fish too. If you're a member and would like to participate in the virtual BAP, the full rules are in every issue of our monthly Buckeye Bulletin and can be found on our website, ohiocichlid.com, under meetings. If you're not a member, you can join on ohiocichlid.com. Speaking of the bulletin, if you haven't looked at one lately, you should. Our editor, John B. Dietrich, packs a lot of features in there, and it's the best way to keep up with what's going on in the OCA. Next item would be the virtual bowl show. We had good participation this month and filled all 3 places of both classes. So we gave away the full $85 in prize money. And there are the results in the bull show. In the angelfish class, we had all Peruvian ultims. Roger Stark first place, and John B. second, and Roger third place. Those are gorgeous. Look at the blue in there. And in the Julitochromis and Shalinochromis and Telmatochromis class, all of those came from Randall Wyan, a member of the OCA, of course, because he has to be. So left to right, Julie Ornatis, Julie Marlerai, and Julie DeFeldi. And congratulations to Roger for his best of show. I want to add, we'd like to thank Ray Bierbauer. He was a guest judge for the angelfish class. If you're not familiar, he's an expert angelfish breeder who won first place in that class in the Cichlid and Catfish show at the Extravaganza for the past 2 years. Past 2 years that we had live extravaganzas, and we appreciate his time. Congratulations, Rogers. If any members would like to participate, again, you can find the rules, procedures, and standings of the yearly standings, for how people are doing in the bull show in the Buckeye Bulletin or on ohiocichlid.com website under meetings. By the way, Ray asks us to inform you that the Erie Aquarium Society, which he belongs to, will be having an outdoor swap meet on May 15th at the Lake Erie Community Park in Lake City, Pennsylvania. You can get the details on the Erie Aquarium Society Facebook group or on their website, which is part of the Northeast Council site. Okay,
I had a question for you, Lou.
Yes, sir.
So for the bowl show, is that only available for participation from locals, or can people from outside the area participate?
Well, that's one of the advantages of having the online bowl show now, that the virtual bowl show, because now anyone from all over the country, that's an OCA member, of course, can participate.
So all they have to do is join the OCA for a meager $15 or whatever it is, or less when we run specials. Right.
And then and then you could read the rules, and they're not hard to follow. I mean, you can just use cell phone photos work just fine. So so there's no reason not to do that. And like I said, we gave away $85 in prize money this year. So this month you can get your part of it for next month, maybe. Oh, and I don't have the classes for next month. You'll have to look them up, I guess. I forgot to put that to write that down. So I don't have the classes for next month. Sorry about that, Ron, and everybody else.
Real quick look, Lou.
Okay. Well, while you're looking, I'm going to do this. Here's another reminder. One last time, we'll be telling you. There'll be 3 door prize drawings after our speaker presentation this evening. You need to type your full real name into the comments. Please do that before the end of the presentation, before the question and answer session. And that way we'll have time to get you all on the wheel of destiny, as I like to call it.
Well, the show classes for next month are Victorians and fish photographs.
Oh, okay. Very good. And what's the difference? Well, fish photographs, of course, we're just going to judge the photograph and not the fish itself. And for all the fish classes, we don't judge the photograph. So if you don't have like perfect composition or something like that, it's okay. We're just looking at the fish. Okay, so that's the difference there. Last bit of business. Our next online social meeting will be on May 7th, and our guest will be Frank Reese, the host of Blue Zoo Radio. It's an online show and podcast in which Frank interviews prominent people in the aquarium hobby and the industry. He's been a supporter of the OCA for a long time, even inviting a couple of our board members to come on his show each year to discuss the year's upcoming extravaganza. I know Don's like the star of that one. His program will introduce a new animated kids movie called Weird Waters, and he will discuss what we all say is of importance, is of utmost importance, and that's getting the next generation into the aquarium hobby. So Frank's an entertaining guy, so this should be professionally an entertaining guy. He's not just a regular old nice guy. He's a pro. So this should be an enjoyable change of pace. All right, now for the good part. This week's scheduled speaker is Max Savchuk, and Max has some work, so he might not be with us the whole time. Max is a biologist who worked in aquaculture, mass-producing beluga sturgeon in his native Russia. He moved to Florida a few years ago and started Max Cichlids, which specializes in importing, breeding, and selling Central American cichlids. Because he'll be in and out, I don't know exactly what his schedule will be, but his wife, Rikki, is here to help us, and she runs the place when he's on his weeks-long collecting trip. So both speakers, so we get 2 for the price of 1 tonight. And so here is Max and Rikki.
Okay.
Okay, so they can't see.
So
give us 1 sec, Lou. I work off 2 screens, so that's part of the problem we're having. All right, can you guys see our screen?
Yes.
Okay. Is it all there? Because I don't know.
It could be bigger, but it's all there. But just go with it and.
Okay, how's that? Any better?
Yeah, you want to go into your slideshow mode down there. Yep. Okay, it's doing the note page thing. I don't know why, but
I work off 2 screens. I have 2 computer screens up. That's part of the problem. I don't know how to get my full screen to you.
Okay. Well, let's just do the best we can. That's probably the best view so far.
Okay, perfect. We'll go with that.
Okay, and I'm going to drop out, and you guys can begin anytime you're ready.
Okay, great.
Hello, everybody. My name is Maxim Savchuk. I'm an ichthyologist. I'm originally from Russia, and I want to present some Central American cichlid, which I collect myself, mostly from Costa Rica and Panama. I cross all over Costa Rica and Panama to collect rare Central American cichlid, and some of them were disappeared in the hobby, and I brought them back into the hobby. All right, and we have hatchery in Land Lakes. So we love to have visitors in a hatchery, like welcome everybody. They can pick and choose fish like in person. You can see slide, right?
Yes.
It's rare for Central America. The other way. Yeah.
We have a greenhouse with 40 concrete beds with a single floor system. Also, right behind the hatchery, we have a pond where we keep a cichlid. We use a basket. It's you know, in Florida, it's allow the Floridan climate allow to use a pond and a basket and raise fish in the pond. So I wanna present you guys like from my point of view, like rare is most beautiful Central American cichlid, Tamacicla tuba. I collect this fish in Costa Rica and Rio Sarapiqui. This fish, I would say, it's a large cichlid, but it grows slow. And like many years ago, the fish were in the hobby and then disappear, and I brought this fish in the hobby again back. You can see my video, underwater video with the natural environment. This fish, you can see they live in a strong current, but also I noticed that juvenile tuba, they live in a strong current river, but adult tuba usually lives moderate current. You can see on the picture it's a F1 generation, and some hobbyists start show like share their fish. They already, I would say, a young adult. You can see the color. But other one fish is it's Cribaheus altifrons. This fish is found only in Pacific version of Costa Rica and Panama. And you can see even female display hump. It's a pretty colorful cichlid. And next one, it's a Cribaheus busingi. I collected in Costa Rica. This fish found in Atlantic version, Costa Rica, and only in the basin of Saxaola River. So I collect them in tributary Saxaola River. This river called Rio Lari. Rio Lari, it's 2 hours away from small village by boat. They don't have a sign. Only local people know where the Rio Lari is. This fish are named by Williams Busingi. Williams Busingi is a geologist from Costa Rica. Also, you can see this fish in an aquarium. Other one, the fish, it's a Hysophorus nicaraguensis. I collected them in a north part of Costa Rica, in Rio San Juan. Rio San Juan is a huge river bordering Costa Rica and from Nicaragua. So you can see in a video on the other side, it's already Nicaragua. And on the video, if you notice, the river is murky because it's rain season and the river overflowing with a strong current. Also, I have it's the same species, Nicaraguensis, but it's xanthic occurrence. So it's uncommon. It's uncommon occurrence, but it's not hybrid. It's a natural occurrence. And I'm working on this fish to produce as many as possible xanthic Nicaraguensis for hobbyists. Other one, Cichlid, which inhabit the same river system based in Rio San Juan. It's a Cerbajeus longimanus, Costa Rica. It's this fish inhabit an Atlantic versant. I collected this fish in a backwater which draw water from main river San Juan. It's on a video again. It's Rio San Juan. It's a remote area. Okay. In the picture, you can see how I collect this fish. I use a cast net. Other one fish which I want to introduce, it's Andinocara punctatus. It's only one Andinocara genus which belongs to Central America. It's a medium-sized cichlid. Their distribution, they have a wider distribution from Costa Rica and Panama. Inhabit only in Pacific versant, Costa Rica and Panama. Other fish, it's a Cerbajeus alfari. I collected them in Costa Rica. It's small river. So you can see this fish in an aquarium. It's a pretty beautiful, pretty good fish. You can see male. It's on the video. It's F1 generation. Other one fish. It's Nitropolis nematolus, other called as fake tropheos. I like this fish because you can keep them as a colony, and on the video you can see like few generation, and they get along with each other. I like a breeding dress. They like dark and a white bar. It's small cichlid, at maximum like 5 inches, so you can keep them in a small tank. Another fish, it's Amatitlania murnei, Costa Rica. It's endemic fish. This fish is found in Atlantic versant and only lives in the basin of Rio Saxaola. I collected them in River Lari, which tributary of main Rio Saxaola. It's a remote area. It takes 2 hours to get to this river. Other one fish which belong Amatitlania genus is Amatitlania sikia from Costa Rica. You can call them like convict, but it's pretty beautiful fish. And female and male display color, like really bright color. And one of my favorite fish, it's a Cerbajeus de geese. I wanna present this fish for hobby because it's extremely rare fish. It's a endemic Costa Rican fish and on the Pacific Northward. I brought them back in a hobby. If memory serves me correctly, Jeff Raps had them like many years ago, and they disappeared in a hobby. So, like I said, I'm bringing them back. It's female hatching their clutch. This is picture from my last trip in Panama. It's Darien, Provence. It's a dead end of Panama and beginning of jungle of Colombia. On the picture, you can see Rio Sanson, where I collect. You can see. I'm collecting green Ambroferus and Taurensis. Both of those species, it's disappeared in a hobby, and at this time, I'm only one person who has them, and my goal to breed them and spread them out for hobbyists all over the world. You can see Naraheros green ambi Panama. So it's only one ambi which belong to Central America. Extremely rare fish. And it's my Heros taurensis as well. This fish remind me Vieja Argentea, similar color. You can see, like wider and black spot on the side. Other one fish is Amphilophus lionsai. I collect them in Panama. Unfortunately, they extinct in Costa Rica, and I had the success to collect them in Panama and brought them back to my hatchery, and I hope breed them successfully and introduce for hobbyists, because it's a F0, F1 generation. It's so important to track their generation. Other one fish is Geophagus versilabrus. I collected them in Darien area, Panama. The same environment, the same river system where I collect Grim ambi and Taurensis. It's Geophagus, only one Geophagus genus which belong Central America. And this is the most frequently asked fish in our hatchery, and I'm planning on visit other countries like Mexico and all of Central American countries. So in the video you can see F0 wildcat male. It's so popular in the hobby. I would say it's number one. Other one fish, it's Vieja Milanora, Lagapita, Guatemala. It's another country which I want to visit next year. It's wildcat male. It's approximately like 12 inches long. So also you can see all of my fish and price on my website maxichlid.com, and also I have a page on Facebook, Max Cichlid, and that's it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that is.
Well, thank you. I'm going to add Lou back in. Say a few words.
Just short representation.
Well, Mo, you're a Central American guy. You got some color commentary questions for Max?
Well, I'll tell you what, I really like this the fish from Panama and Costa Rica. I just recently got some tuba and some fish from down in that area, and I did travel to Panama once before and bring back fish, but they never made it back to the United States. Let it go at that. So, but the fish are really nice. Get some beautiful specimens. That Turiense is something you don't see very often. I only knew one guy that had that. Didn't was it Jack? I can't think of the guy's name from Jersey. He and his father were big members for years. I think they had a tank full of these Turiense. It was actually the first time I ever saw them. Really nice fish.
Woodland brought some back a long time ago, and I had gotten some from him. So they were around Cleveland for a brief second or two. A number of us bred them, but as so many things, as happens with so many things, you know, we just move on to the next big thing, and then Tyrence kind of fell off to the side.
The green umbi were nice too.
Yes, I hope I can breed them.
Yeah, that'd be great. I had those many years ago and really enjoyed them. And you know, you just fell off the map. You don't see them anymore. You know.
Next week, I'm planning on coming back to Panama and collect more, and also my target to collect Panamenses.
And that's nice. Yeah,
that's
nice.
Fish.
What about that black umbi, Max? Have you seen those?
Black umbi, but you know, it's Colombia, it's South America, and like I said, I'm specialized in Central America. But maybe in the future, yes.
Yeah. Not so much collecting, but your overall opinion. You like them, and you think it's just new, shiny, and different?
Yes, to be honest, yes. Green umbi and like black umbi, they look similar, really. The same body shape. So
You like them.
I like them.
Yeah, very few people have tanks, I think, that can really do justice for them, you know. I mean, I always thought that was a big problem. I had a 400-gallon tank, and it ended up being too small, you know. So
I have a black umbi as well, which I got from Jeff Rapps, and it's really aggressive for fish. You have to keep your eye on them because the male can kill female like any moment.
I had a pair of Trimac that I bought off of Mike Cichlid a long time ago that were actually throwing xanthic fry.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, and that was, I mean, I only had a couple at a time, and they weren't very healthy at all. And then just up and male killed the female, and it's all over, you know. It was really neat.
About that xanthic nicaraguense. That was awesome.
It was really pretty.
Yeah, I have a female, xanthic female, and I'm working on them. So I cross xanthic female with wild caught regular male, and I have a fry. They already reached like 3-4 inches, but unfortunately they don't have like a xanthic color. But I brought this biggest male and tried to cross with female, because even though this male has regular color, he carries this gene. So I have more chances to get more xanthic if I cross son with mother. No, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's a long process.
What do the fry look like, Max? Do the fry look like regular Nicaraguans and then change color eventually?
Like regular, yes, exactly. They growing up like 2-3 inches and then like peeling, like red doveye, like full of xanthic fish.
I had the red doveye that did that. They start off like regular doveye, then all of a sudden, you know, they turn white. It's one of those theories you want to bat around about fish genetics, but you wonder if the fish that turn first are the weakest genetically in the wild, and the ones that turn last are the ones that make it. You know, it seems to me that in the wild, if you're a xanthic fry, you're pretty short on the livet list. You know,
Maybe.
Yeah. It's really
Well,
hey, we got a question from Ron Michael here is pretty good for Max. He asks, were you targeting these lost to the hobby fish on the long trips, or did you target rivers and happen to get them? Were you
No.
targeting the fish or just collecting the rivers and saying, whoa, look what I found?
You were targeting the fish.
I'm targeting the fish.
Oh, okay, cool.
Mhm.
And you just knew from literature where they would be.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Mhm.
So whereabouts in Florida is your farm?
In Florida, Tampa Bay area.
Oh, okay.
It's, like Orlando Lake. It's small city. So
Mhm.
we have a small hatchery. Like I said, it's 40 concrete vats,
Oh, okay.
and with a pond behind the hatchery. And that's enough for this time.
We heard
Maybe
you might
I'm
be
going
setting
to
up something in
increase-
Panama. Are you setting up something in Panama? Panama?
Panama.
Are you setting up something, a facility in Panama?
I prepare some vats for Panama fish.
No, in Panama.
In Panama, yes. I have a friend which has a 200 acres farm, but he specializes in different fish like koi, and he provide me his properties and beds for Central American cichlid. And my goal collect like all of Central American cichlid and bring them back to Panama because his volume allow do that. And it's interesting because his water system, like I said, it's the single flow from river. So technically, the fish in a river.
Mhm.
I don't know if everybody got that, but the water's going to come in from upriver, flow through your facility, and then back out into the river.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Neat.
So it's good.
That's really
breathing
neat.
environment.
It's good breeding environment. It's like paradise for cichlid because technically the same parameter of water. So they, like hypothetically, then in a river.
Mhm.
Without the big predators around.
Mhm. That's right.
That's
Mhm.
right.
Max, what's the most asked for, hard to find fish?
Green Abbey.
I think it's a really green ambi because it's a like an attainable area,
Mhm.
and I just had a success to collect them at night fishing,
Right.
just flashlight and hand net. During the day, it was impossible to use a cast net. To be honest, they hide under the rocks.
Yeah, but what he fails to tell you is that Darien is not really tourist friendly area.
Oh, I can
And-
imagine. Yeah.
And I mean, you know, you're in the jungles and you're bordering Colombia. So there's a lot of other activity that you have to be aware of your surroundings.
Yeah.
He's doing this at night. So he has mosquitoes swarming, bats flying into his face. He's got crocodiles everywhere. And so he fails to describe all those other parameters that he's dealing with. And that's why I think he also agrees green umbi is just such sought after fish, but so hard to get.
Yeah, I think it's hardest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I remember Rusty Wessels saying one time that Colombia is one of the scariest places he ever collected. I can imagine what's going on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but it's worth it. It's worth it.
That's not what your better half sounds like she's saying, pal. I'll tell you right now.
Like I said, in 1 week I'm gonna come back there.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I gotta go to the... So guys, I'm really sorry, and I'm limited time. Thank you for your time, and thank you for inviting. And have a great night.
Take care.
Thanks for
Thank you.
joining us. I know you were tight on time, and glad you could break away and join Rikki. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you,
Yeah.
so to speak. All right. We've had longer talks than that, but boy, lots of great looking fish pictures. So, Don, are you still there?
Well, I brought it back to you. What's next on the agenda?
Well, all we have left is the drawings.
Oh, that's all?
Yep. All right. Now let me get to it. And there's a couple of one blank spot in there. I don't know. This is the first time I'm using this.
I'll be right back. Grab the prizes.
Oh, okay. He's going to show them to you. He actually has them at his house. I think I got all the names on there. Everybody that put them into the typed it into the comments like I asked. Makes it easier to transfer them to the wheel. There's a one blank one, I guess, right? So if that one comes up, we'll spin it again.
What's the first one, Lou?
All right, we'll go with the ICX.
Well, hang on one second. I want to shout out to George and Alicia over at Agnoquatics on Broadview Road in Parma, Ohio. Broadview Heights, actually, but who's counting? There's a phone number there, but most everybody locally knows about George and Alicia's shop, Agnoquatics. So they've been great supporters. They were on a couple of months ago showing us a behind-the-scenes tour, and great people, great fish. Get out and see them and tell them thanks for supporting the OCA.
All right, Don, a couple people came in late and are giving me their names, so I guess I won't be real strict with the rules here. And I'm adding a couple more.
That's not like you, Lou.
Well, I guess we mellow with age.
Some of us.
We mellow when it's long-term OCA members here involved, too. That's part of the deal.
Yeah, you got it.
All right, so I'm not going to look anymore, okay? We're ready to spin. Right, Don?
Yeah, you just punch that in the middle, right?
Yep. Just like that. And this is a $15 value, the ICX, and it's going to go to Wayne, whose name was in there twice. That was my mistake, but he wins it.
Somebody recording that, I hope. Oh,
I will
go in the. I'll write them down too. Wayne.
I got it. Yeah, I got it.
Oh, you got it. Congrats, Wayne.
And I don't know why Wayne's in there twice.
You can. There was an option to remove him the first time after he got selected there. Oh well. What's the next item?
Yeah, I clicked that by accident, but we're going to go with it. This is the 350 gram bucket of North Fin Krill Flake, a $36 value, and the winner's Manuel Hicks. So we'll have to get the address from you, Manuel. Just send it in the comments when you get a chance there, so we'll know where you are. But the next one we won't have to get the address for, because the only person that can win it is an OCA member.
And if somebody else wins it that's not an OCA member, what happens, Lou?
They will become an OCA member for free.
But
And
they don't get the prize, right?
yeah, I'm afraid not. We got, it's a benefits of membership. We've been giving a lot of stuff away to everybody here. So got to think of our members. So this one's going to be just for a member. I don't think that's happened yet. I think every time we've done this, we have gotten a member. So this is a kilo bag of Northfin cichlid formula. It's a $50 value. So this is a big one.
Aquatics.
Right. Donating all of these. We ready to go? I'll do this one on purpose this time. And it is Eric. No,
Nope.
it's not. It's the empty one. So as I said before, it looks like Eric now, but I had to empty that empty one. So sorry, Eric. I hate to do that to you, but here we go for the real. Like I said before, we were gonna, if it hit the empty one, it wasn't going to. We'll do it again, and it's Bob, another former board member.
Tillman, all right.
And I assume Bob's still a member.
Ooh, we better check.
Yeah, we'll check. We'll check.
All right. We didn't have the funky music playing as the options, but
Byron knows how to do all that stuff.
I learned how to do it, but we forgot to cover that last night.
Yep. All right. So I guess that's it. Over early.
All right. What else? Anything?
I got it. It's done. Just next month, like I said, we have Frank Reese. Should be fun, don't you think, Don?
Oh yeah, Frank's a great guy. He's a great OCA supporter, and he's got some big venture that was just featured in the recent issue of Amazonas magazine, which is another fantastic OCA supporter and supporter of all things in the hobby. There's a 10 or 12 page spread on weird waters in it, plus an overview, couple page overview by Stefan Tanner telling you about it. So check it out. Like Lou said earlier, it's something that we've really struggled with and wrestled with, and how to engage kids in the hobby. So, you can check out this wonderful magazine. You can see some of the characters that Frank and his team have created.
If you get rid of me, they'll see it better.
They'll see it better if you go to weirdwaters.com. There's a great trailer. There's some coloring things. I'm twisting Lou's arm to do a kids coloring contest prior to the extravaganza, not waiting that long, and start early. Maybe we'll do it for that month that Frank's coming on next month. So
there you go.
Sorry, Lou.
No, that's I don't think I said no.
No, you didn't.
Arm don't hurt.
Right. All right. Well, another great meeting. Thanks for joining, folks, and time to sign off. So have a good Easter weekend, and more to follow. Check out the Facebook page for the Extravaganza 2021. More to follow there. And we try to keep that updated with all things that are going on in the OCA. So good night, all. Have a great weekend.
All right. Thank you to everybody. See you next time.